Okay, this is Algebra 1, Unit 6. Understanding rational exponents and radicals for lesson 14.1. So the first question, write the name of the property that is demonstrated by each equation. Okay, the first one, the name of the property should be the power of power. So the power of power. So what is the property of power of power? That means if we have, for example, a number, if we have a power of 2 and then parenthesis we have another power, so we're going to multiply the power. So 2 times 3, that's 6. But for the first one, we don't have any power of this. Let me use this. Look at 2 and A. We don't have any power on them. That means the power is 1. And then we're going to distribute the power outside. A is too thick. So this, in fact, what happened is this equal to 2 raised to the power of 4 and A raised to the power of 4. So 2 raised to the power of 4, this part is, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We have 4, 2, do the multiplication. So this equal to 16. So 16 times A raised to the first power. Okay, power of power. The second, the same thing. Power of power. 3 raised to the power of 6. And then parenthesis power 3. Right? So we just multiply 3 and 6. We got 18. So power of power. Number 3, simplify. Simplify the expression. When we simplify the expression, when the power is a fraction, what should we do? The power is a fraction. Exponent, or we call them exponent, right? This part is a fraction. When we have a fraction exponent, the real power is on the top, and the bottom part is the root. So this will be, I can change this to 8 raised to the second power, or 8 squared. And then cube root. Cube root. So this is cube root 64, because 8 squared is 8 times 8 is 64. But I can also change, okay, I'm going to go here. I can also change 64 to 4 cube. 4 raised to the third power. So basically 8 times 8, that is 8 squared, right? I can rewrite 8 times 8 is equal to 4 times 4 and times another 4. They both equal to 64. Okay? So now we have a root. Root is 3 and the power is 3. So cube root and cube. So in fact, the cube is a special name for a number raised to the third power. So cube root and cube, they cancel out. The final answer is just 4. Number 4, 1 raised to the 3/5 power. 1 raised to any power still equal to 1. Right? We don't care the power of 1, still equal to 1. Okay, number 5. When the power is half, that means it's just a square root. Right? Square root. So this equal to 3. Number 6. 25 raised to the third power. And then square root. So this is 25 raised to the third power square root. I can change 25 to 25 times 25 times 25, right? And every 25 I can change it to 5, right? So 5 times 5 is 25. And times another 25. And times another 25. So this is 25, 25, 25. So this finally equal to 5 raised to the... Every time we have a 2, we have a pair, they can get out. They can get out the square root. So we can get how many we can get out? We can get 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So when the root is 2, we just don't write out the 2, right? For number 8, look at here, we wrote 3 cube root. For square root, we just don't write out the 2. You can, but normally we don't. Okay, so 5 times 5, 25. 25 times 5, 125. So the final answer is 125. Number 7, 16 raised to the 5th power, and the root index is 4. The root 4. Oh, I know that I can rewrite 16 raised to the 5th power as power of 6 and times another 16, right? And this part, the power and the root, they cancel out, right? So 16 can come out. So this is 16, and then I can change this 16 to 2 raised to the power of 4, right? And now 2 can also come out. So the final answer is 32. All right. Number 8. 27 raised to the 1/3. That's just the cube root. We know 27 equal to 3 times 3 times 3. Or just 27 just equal to, let me use red, cube root 3 raised to the 3rd power. And the power and the root, they cancel out, right? So it just become 3. Number 9. 81. Root of 4. So 81. And 4 power of half, that's just a square root, right? And 81, I can rewrite 81 as 3. I can write it like 9 times 9, right? So 9 times 9. And 9, each 9 I can write as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, right? 9, 9. So I can rewrite 81 as 3 raised to the power of 4, right? So 3 raised to the power of 4. And we know square root of 4 is just 2. So this part is, oh, I made a mistake right here. So here would be 4. Oops, should be 4. So the final answer is 3 plus 2. That is 5. This is number 9. Number 10. Whoa, number 10, I need a calculator. 343. I believe it's 7 cube, right? 7 cube. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times another 7. Yeah. Okay. So I can change 343. We can do another way. I'm going to show you another way. I can change it to 7 raised to the third power. Sometimes we have multiple different ways to solve a math problem, right? I just changed 343 to 7 raised to the third power. And we also have another power outside, right? Which is, I try to get the little thinner. Okay, oops. Why is it so thick? Okay. And then 32. 32, I can change it to 2 raised to the 5th power, right? 2 over 5. And then I can multiply those two powers together. So this become 7 raised to the 2nd power. So why? Because look, if I use 3 times 2 over 3, a whole number times a fraction, the whole number goes to the top. So 3 times 2 divided by 3. So 3, they cancel out. We only have 2 left, right? So the power become 2, which is 7 square right here. 7 square. Okay, then times. This is the same thing. 5 cancel out. We're going to have 2 raised to the 2nd power, 2 square. So the final answer, 7 square, 49. 2 square is 4. And the final answer is, so 49 times 4, 198. 196, sorry, 196. Number 11, right here. Okay, the power, I believe this is negative, right? Negative 1 over 2. When we have a negative power, we need to change it to positive power by rewrite it as positive power. We change the negative power to positive, and then a big fraction. So this equal to 1 over square root 100. We just change the power 1/2 to square root. Square root 100, that's just 10. So the final answer is 10, because 10 squared is 100, yeah? And then the opposite, so square root 100 equal to 10. So this is number 11. Okay, let's do next one. Find the value of the expression for the value indicated. Find the value of the expression for the value indicated. Okay. 6a raised to the 3 over 4 power, and a equal to 16. Okay, let's figure out, okay, let's do this. 6 times a. A is what? A is 16, right? 16 raised to the power 3/4, right? Okay, can I rewrite? I can rewrite 16 as 2 raised to the power of 4. And then we still have another power. Now I can figure out this equal to 6 times 2 raised to the power of 3. Because I'm multiplied the power of power, right? So here, 4 times 3 over 4. The 4 goes to the top, and then the top and the bottom, the 4 cancel out. So finally, we have only 3 left. That means 2 raised to the third power, or 2 cubed, right? 2 cubed is 8. So the final value is 48. Number 13. C equal to 64. So we know the power 1/2 is just square root. And we know the power of 1/3 is just cube root, right? So this equal to square root 64 plus cube root 64. Square root of 64 is just 8. Cube root of 64, that's 4. So this equal to 8. This equal to 4. So the final answer is 12. Okay, number 14. Replace m by 32. So this equal to 32 raised to the power of 3 over 5 all over 8. Okay, 32. I can change the 2 raised to the power of 5. I can change the 32 to 2 raised to the power of 5. And then we have another power multiply outside. So power of power, they multiply. 5 cancel out. We only have 3 left. So 2 raised to the power of 3 all over 8. We know 2 cubed is 2. This is 2 times 2 times 2. This is equal to 8. So 8 over 8. 8 divided by 8, that's 1, right? All right, number 15, 0.5. So half. D equal to 128. So 0.5 times 128. 128 raised to the power of 5 over 7. 128. 128 is 2 raised to the power of 7, I believe. Let's double check. So 128, if I divide by 2, that's 64. Yeah, and 64 is 8 times 8. Each 8 is 2 raised to the third power, right? And then we times another 2, so that's 2 raised to the power of 7. Okay, good. So 0.5 times, I change 128 to 2 raised to the power of 7. And we have another power, fraction power outside. Again, 7 times 5 over 7. 7 can cancel out. We only have 5 left, so 2 raised to the power of 5. 2 raised to the power of 5. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 32. Yeah? This 16 times 2, 32. Yeah, so 0.5 times 32, which is half of 32, which is 16, right? Okay, next one. Number 16, solve the equation t equal to 0.25 d raised to the half power can be used to find the number of seconds t that takes an object, blah, blah, blah. How long does it take for an object to fall 64 feet? So we're going to, so all this long word, we just replace 64. We just replace d by 64 and find out the value, right? So 0.5 times d raised to the 1/2 power. That means the square root, right? And then we replace d by 64. 0.5 times 64, square root 64, that's just 8. 0.25, that's just a quarter, right? A quarter times 8. So 8 goes to the top. The top, 1 times 8 is 8. 8 divided by 4, that's 2. Just 2 seconds, right? When something falls from the sky, it's quick, right? Number 17, show that they are equivalent. Okay, power of the power. The first one, this is going to be 1 over 4 times 3. That's just 3 over 4. The second one, again, 3 times 1 over 4. That's the same, right? 3 times 1 goes to the top. The whole number goes to 1. Yeah, so they are equal. We use power of the power property. And then we figure out that they have the same power, exactly the same base, the same power, right? So they're the same. Number 18, the surface area of a cube with volume can be found using blah blah this. Find the surface area of a cube whose volume is 125. Oh, I ran out of room, so I'm going to use a little bit of room above it. So find the surface area. The volume is 125. So surface area equal to the volume raised to the 2/3 power, and then times 6. Okay. The volume is 125. Okay, so the surface area going to be 6 times 125 raised to the power of 2/3. I can turn the 125 to 5 raised to the 3rd power. And then 2/3 outside. Another power, right? Power, they multiply. 3 cancel out. So we only have 6 times 5 raised to the 2nd power. It's 5 squared, right? That's 6 times 25. That's 150. So the surface area is 150. This is number 18. Okay, this is the part 1 of Unit 6.